This one's from Elizabeth Lambert. She writes, I was thinking about a little game I like to play, similar to MMA, quote, would you rather? Like, who is the last fighter you want representing you in a trial for a murder you didn't commit? Then parenthetically, she says, Mike Perry.
Oh, yeah. Good choice.
And, quote, who is the fighter you'd most likely ask to pick you up and take you to the airport for an important early flight? Parentheses, Anthony Smith.
Oh, yeah. No, Anthony Smith is not going to let you down there.
No, he's going to show up in his glasses and his button-up shirt, and he's going to be ready to go on time.
He's going to be like a half hour earlier than you thought because he's just like, hey, I heard that TSA is backed up.
Yeah,
and you don't want to miss.
On the 12.
Yeah.
Who would you want to give the best man speech at your wedding? Parenthetically, Derek Lewis, stuff like that. I would love to hear your thoughts. Some other ideas. Now, here's some questions for you, Ben. Who would you ask to watch your kids for a couple of hours in a pinch?
Oh, man. That's tough. Well, again, I think of the last people. Mike Perry is on so many of these lists when I think of the last person I would want to ask to do something like that.
But who would you ask? Which MMA personality or fighter would you ask?
Well, I don't know. I mean, undefeated dad Donald Cerrone is starting to sound pretty good. He's not going to let anything happen to my kid's hearing.
Yeah, he's going to look after your children's ears for sure. Can we say, like, what if I said John Anik? Does that count?
No,
that seems
nope.
He's got a bunch of kids of his own. He's obviously very responsible.
You know who I'd say? Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, there you go. The daddest man on the planet for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Also a guy with a couple of kids of his own.
Yeah.
What if you went outside the box and you said somebody like Joseph Benavidez? Somebody who's probably going to, be fun uncle type situation, but would probably take good care of him?
Yeah, and based on what I know about Joseph Benavidez, when my daughters do the thing that they want to do where they're going to change outfits 3 times in an hour, he's actually going to be into it and have some critiques and advice for how they're assembling those outfits.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago that I had to tell my daughter, be like, look, when you start doing your own laundry, then you can change your clothes as many times a day as you want. But up until that point, I'm going to have veto power.
Let's tone it down.
Next question. Who is the last fighter you would buy a used car from?
Man, can I just keep saying Mike Perry?
I'm going to say anyone previous to the year 2000. Any quote-unquote golden age MMA fighter, beware.
Mark Coleman rolls up in here and he's like, brother.
Okay, I actually would buy a used car from Mark Coleman, but like that's just my own bias.
Well, now I have to think about
I wouldn't expect it to be a good car. Let's just put it that way.
The used Ronda Rousey car where it had a bunch of stuff glued to the dashboard that they made clear they were not going to take off. I
forgot about that.
That was an added bonus they gave you.
Which fighter would you most want to prepare a meal for you?
Tyron Woodley. You know he's going to put some spices on this chicken breast like he's going to blow Sage Northcutt's mind. Yeah. What else can Tyron Woodley do?
I don't know. I mean, I think any MMA fighter you ask to prepare you a meal is probably you're going to get into something paleo. Like it's probably going to come in a series of Tupperware containers, right? Just considering what I see them eat, it seems like they prepped it a week ago and like they had it set out for the week.
Or follow-up question before I answer this one. Has Derek Lewis picked up the card yet?
Okay, there we go. Now we're
starting to get down to it. If Derek Lewis has that Popeyes card, that's an easy answer.